Today's flashback goes back 55 years ago today, July 2nd, 1960, the day of the most infamous incident ever at the normally uncontroversial Newport Jazz Festival. On this day, the festival was interrupted by a riot involving up to 12,000 unruly teenagers. For the up to 16,500 people who had tickets to that year's Newport Jazz Festival, everything was proceeding normally. The festival had begun at Free Body Park, and the crowd inside really had no idea of what was going on outside on the streets of Newport. What was going on was crowds of teenagers, estimated at 12,000, were arriving in Newport, buying beer all day long, and they were cranky. They were cranky because the festival was sold out. They couldn't buy any tickets. And they were cranky because all the hotel rooms were full and they had to sleep on the beach in the pouring rain the night before. Then, members of two rival fraternities started brawling on the streets. Newport police called in state police reinforcements, and eventually the National Guard was called in. 170 people were arrested and eventually herded out of town, along with the rest of the 12,000 unruly young people. The rest of the festival was canceled, but a planned blues concert did go on as scheduled. The festival was moved to New York for a while in the 70s, but by 1981 it was back in Newport. They're even selling T-shirts that said so. $8 a shirt, by the way. And festival organizer George Ween says the problems in 1960 taught him some lessons about how to improve security in the subsequent years. And there was another controversial, although non-violent, incident at the Jazz Festival later in the 60s. The spectators were outraged when Bob Dylan, who had performed only with an acoustic guitar up to that point, went electric. He got lots of loud boos for his innovation that year. Newport Jazz Festival, some of its more unusual moments. That's Flashback at